Picture this: a country where 90-year-olds still bike to the market, where wrinkled hands still tend gardens at dawn, and where old age doesn't look like decline. It looks like quiet strength. Guess the country? I think you got it. That country is Japan. And here's the number that stops people cold. Japanese men and women are living past 84 years on average. And in places like Okinawa, triple-digit birthdays aren't rare. They're expected. But it's not just that Japanese people live longer. They live younger. Skin that ages slower. Joints that keep moving. Minds that stay sharp well into their 80s and 90s. It's like they've quietly rewritten the rules of aging, while the rest of the world keeps searching for miracle cures.
So what's really going on here? Is it the food, the lifestyle, something written into their genes? Or is it something deeper, a whole different relationship with time itself? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Japan isn't just adding years to life. They're adding life to years. Let's dive in. Oh, I forget one thing. Subscribe Bright Age first and enjoy it. 1. The Okinawa diet philosophy. Japanese eating habits center around a simple but powerful idea. Nourish the body. Don't overload it. Meals are built on fish, seaweed, tofu, sweet potatoes, and vegetables. Foods packed with omega-3s, antioxidants, and fiber, but naturally low in processed sugar and saturated fat. Even portion sizes follow a cultural rule called hara hachi bu, which means eating until you're 80% full, instead of stuffed. This constant, gentle calorie discipline is linked to slower cellular aging and a dramatically lower risk of heart disease. 2. Movement without the gym. Most Japanese people don't work out the way Westerners do. They simply never stop moving. Walking to train stations, climbing stairs, gardening, cycling to the store. Physical activity is woven into daily life rather than squeezed into a 6 a.m. gym session. This low-intensity, all-day movement keeps joints flexible and metabolism active well into old age. The body ages slower when it's never allowed to sit still for too long. 3. A healthcare system built on prevention. Japan's healthcare isn't just accessible, it's proactive. Citizens get regular checkups, cancer screenings, and early intervention care as a normal part of life, not an emergency response. Diseases get caught in their earliest, most treatable stages, instead of becoming full-blown crises. That single shift, catching problems early instead of late, adds years of healthy, functional life that other countries...
Diagnoses. 4. The power of belonging. Moai. In Okinawa, there's a tradition called moai. Small groups of friends who commit to supporting each other for life, emotionally and sometimes even financially. These aren't casual friendships. They're built-in safety nets that last for decades. Loneliness is one of the biggest silent killers in aging populations, and Japan has essentially engineered it out of existence for many of its elders. 5. Purpose that never retires. Ikigai. There's a Japanese concept called ikigai, your reason for being. Unlike Western retirement culture, where purpose often ends when the paycheck stops, many older Japanese people continue working, teaching, farming, or mentoring well into their 90s, simply because they have something to wake up for. Studies have linked a strong sense of purpose to lower rates of cognitive decline and even reduced mortality risk. In Japan, you don't retire from life, you just keep contributing to it in a different way. 6. Respect as medicine. Aging in Japan isn't treated as something to hide or fear. Elders are actively honored, consulted, and included in family and community decisions. Feeling needed instead of sidelined turns out to be just as protective as diet or exercise. 7. genetics meets environment. Science does show that certain gene variants common in Japanese populations, particularly ones tied to inflammation control and fat metabolism, may offer some natural protection against heart disease and certain cancers. But researchers are quick to point out that genetics alone doesn't explain Japan's longevity boom. It's the combination. Good genes activated by decades of clean eating, constant movement, and low chronic stress. That creates the real advantage. Nature loads the gun. Lifestyle decides whether it ever fires. So when you put it all together, the food, the movement, the healthcare, the moai, the ikigai, the respect for age, and yes, a little genetic luck, you start to see it clearly. Japan didn't stumble onto longevity by accident. They built a culture where aging isn't fought against, it's designed for. Maybe the real secret isn't a supplement or a diet trend at all. Maybe it's this: live with purpose. Move without thinking about it. Eat until... That's not just how you add years to your life. That's how you add life to your years. Hey, you don't subscribe till now? Okay, subscribe right now and see you next time.